Okay, so this is the tutorial for this project, Inventing to Reduce the Human Impact. Here's your scenario. Working in pairs, students will invent a new product that will reduce the human impact of the environment like pollution, animal endangering, deforestation, etc. Make a Prezi or Canova that gives details about how this product is going to work, how to use it, how it will reduce the human impact, and how it will change the environment overall. Students will need to include a picture of their product by either drawing it by hand or using a drawing tool like Microsoft Paint. Give an oral presentation presenting your product in Prezi while acting like you are selling this product and you want to convince people of its effectiveness. So pretty much you're inventing a product to solve one of these issues with your partner. And then we're going to be doing a Prezi. It's like a PowerPoint, but it's a little bit better. And I'm going to show you how to do that. So these are your questions you need to be able to answer in your Prezi. What is your product? What does your product do? How do you use it? How will it help reduce the human impact? And how will it change the environment overall? So those are your key things that you need to be able to answer in this Prezi. And then this is your worksheet that you'll have a copy of. This is your rubric, and we'll go over that separately. So here's what Prezi looks like once I log you in as me. If you've not already started your presentation, hit New Presentation. And it'll bring you to different options that you can choose to set it up to look like. So let's look at these. Let's choose let's choose this one. You can choose whichever one you want of these. So use this template. It's whatever one you think best suits your presentation. So, and this is just to kind of guide you in the videos on how to do it if you need that. If you don't, hit this little arrow down. So I'm going to click on this. I'm going to change my title. This should be the name of your product. The name of my product will be Snow Leopard Deterrent. And yours cannot be the same as mine. I'm going to fit this in here. It's a little bit big. It's kind of stretching over, so I'm going to move it up some. This will be you and your partner's name. So for me, I'm just going to put Miss Mills. And then this will be your first topic. Now, to do this, you have to write out all your points, all those questions, and write them out, your answers, as partners. So I already have this, but I've typed mine up. Here's mine. What is it? And then here's my answer. I'm going to just copy and paste this. If it's not in a Word document, you'll just type it in here. Here's going to be my first one. Double click it. Then to edit this, I'm going to click on the title. Backspace that, delete that out, put in yours. I'm going to title this one, What is it? Or you can answer it however you want to do. And then you have to answer it right here. So I'm just going to put mine in there. And it should look good and neat like this. Make sure your spelling is right. The pictures, if you want to delete them, you can just click on them and then hit delete. Click delete. To add pictures from the internet, like we'll pull up a new tab, go to Google, and let's look up a snow leopard. Okay, so let's go to images. Let's choose this one. So I'm going to right click it. And yours may look just a little bit different than mine. Save image as. Hit whatever title you want where you can find it. Snow leopard, and then save. Then I'm going to go back to my Prezi. Okay, I'm going to do insert because you're inserting a picture or an image Then it's going to bring you up here. I'm going to go up here. Snow leopard. And there it is. So I'm going to move my picture where I want it. Let's put it right here. Make it bigger if you want to, smaller, just like that. Okay, so make sure you have your question, your answer, and then a picture with it. Okay, to go back, you just kind of go zoom out, or this little arrow down here, you can't see it, but there's a little arrow that kind of looks like you're going back. So now for my next one, click on this one. My next question was, what does it do? Remember, you have to answer all these questions, all 5 of them, or it's not right. So make sure you have this written out beforehand before you get to the Prezi point. So this one will be my next one. I'm just going to highlight it. You may have to just type it in. Change the title. What does it do? Question mark. And I'm just going to put that in there. See, this is kind of overlapping a little bit, so I'm going to make this smaller for now. I don't want that picture, so I'm going to click it. I'm going to delete it. Okay, this has got to look good, because this is how you're presenting your information. Okay, I don't need this over here. I'm just going to click it, delete, click it, delete. Okay, that's if you want like another extension to go on from this question. So let's find another picture. What does it do? Let's see. And your picture kind of needs to go along with your question, whatever you're answering. So let's choose this one. I really don't go with the question, but just for an example, this will be fine. So I'm going to right click it, save image as, save. Okay, go back to your Prezi. You're inserting a picture. So image, whatever you named it, and scroll down until you find it. Okay, so I'm going to move it wherever I want it. Going to make it a little bit bigger, a little bit nicer. Okay, so that looks pretty good. I've got the question, I've got the answer, and then I've got my picture. 3 most important things. So I'm going to go back, hit the little arrow down here. Okay. And then if I want to change the title of this to match that, because we don't want it to be titled that. Let's do, what does it do? Question mark. This one was named, what is it? I think. So you're going to click on it, highlight it, delete it. Okay, and that looks a little bit off, so we're going to move it back. Click on it first. Move it where it needs to go. Okay, same way for your third one. Double click it to go into it. And sometimes it can be finicky. If it doesn't want to do it, just come right over here and go straight into it, because these are all your slides over there. So this one looks a little bit different. So I don't want to use this, I can delete this all out. insert text box for your words. My third question was, let's pull this back up. How do you use it? And then I'm going to put that in there. I don't want it to look like that, so you're just going to have to move your box however you want it. And then I don't need this on there twice. Just trying to clean it up, make it look a little bit prettier. I'm going to click this, delete, if it will. And you may have to go through these one by one and delete them if you don't want them. That's also why it's good to look at all your options when you're looking at the templates. Make sure it's one that you want, so you don't have to make modifications like I'm doing right now. Okay, so and then you would add a picture and then you're done with this. Oops. There we go. Okay, so that's what this one looks like. And then of course you'll just finish it up. You'll answer all your questions, each one, so that's right. You'll have to add, let's see what the rubric looks like. It says you're going to, on the technology part, says you have to add, it says on here, 5 graphics or more. So graphics are the pictures. So to get the best grade, you have to have at least 5 pictures in there. Make sure they go with whatever that question or stuff is. Make sure this looks nice because it's supposed to look appealing to try to sell your product. So, and you can put your drawing of your product in here in one of these if you want to add one. And say like I need another one of these. So I'm going to click this. I'm going to copy it, right click it and copy it. Then I'm going to come over here and then I'm going to paste it. Okay? If you need to do that. If you don't, if you have one that you don't need, you're going to click it and then delete it. Okay? So that's just kind of how it is. You're working with copy and paste quite a bit. And you can move these around. So make sure your title's on there of your product, whatever the product name is, your name, and then answer each one of your questions and have your pictures in there. Alright, and then we will go in more in depth after this, and then I'll sign you all in and let you all start to work.